Hey kids, hope you're well. Mr. Glenn here. The microphone may have changed slightly. That's because for this section we are going to use these three tabs over here. So the moment we're in the code section, we're able to use all this code here, but we're also using the costumes and the sounds as well. When we go into costumes, this allows us to change things within the costume, say the name, for example. I'm going to call this Rocket, and it gives it a name, and you can see that this one here will have changed. So over here is my sounds, and the reason I've changed my microphone is because you have to be able to hear what's being played now. So I can go and add sounds. I can add sounds in this blue button down here, and the first one I've added is called Space Ambience. So when I tap into here, I can go and hit the arrow at the top and I can upload a sound. I can go and get a surprise. I can record, which is what you're going to do, and then I can go and search. And Scratch has loads of sounds that you can go and choose a sound from. So if I go and choose a sound in here, let's go and make sure this is working properly. There we go. At the top you can see there are all animals, effects, loops, notes, percussion and space. If I hit space, I've got Alert, Alien Creek, Boom Cloud, Space Ambience, which is this one here. I've got loads of space noise and space flyby. You can choose whichever one you want that suits your sound. And you can see that it adds it in this list on the left hand side. However, excuse me, I don't want number 3 because I've already got Space Ambience here. And when I play it, it's got that kind of movie feel about it. The other one is a recording, and this is something that I have recorded using the microphone, and this is called a mouthed rocket because I made a rocket sound, mouthed rocket sound, and when I play this, I've made this silly noise to pretend that this rocket has a sound that I can make. At the bottom I've got echo, robot, louder if I want to make this thing louder, like so. And then also at the top I've got a pair of scissors, because you'll notice as well that there is a slight delay between the actual sound and when the sound actually plays. So if I go and cut that, you can see that it cuts it out and it plays it from the beginning. Right, that's that done. If we hop over to our code again, we can go and put some sounds in here, just where I've sneakily put some clear graphic effects because it brings my rocket back to normal. And over on the left hand side I've got a sound button that is in purple. Now there are two types of sound. I want to start my sound Space Ambience at the beginning. I want to also start my sound at the same time that is going to be my mouthed rocket sound. So just with that drop down menu I can go and get my mouthed rocket sound. So now I've got both sounds playing at the same time. Okay, I think there's a problem because it's trying to play my microphone with my recording. So I know this is going to work on yours when I put them together like this. This may not work in this demonstration, but these will work in yours. So when I click play, I've got set size to 100%, so it brings it back to normal. I clear the graphic effects. This is your checklist. I've got my sounds in there, my first flight, which is going to go to about here. Then it's going to go to repeat and change its size. Then it's going to carry on gliding to Mars. And then hopefully when it lands on Mars, your checklist here is, depending on how realistic you want it, it will start to disappear and go into a ghost effect. There is a slight end to this. If we just pop into here, we can actually see underneath here there is a time and it says 10 seconds. You probably don't want the whole thing to last for 10 seconds. It's quite long. So at the bottom you can stop all sounds. So you can drop that in there like that, and that is your checklist. Play around with your sounds, go into your sounds tab, record something, add a space sound and a rocket sound, and have a little bit of fun.